Previously on American Fighter Pilot.
Giggy colored his hair.
It's not like, well, I really hope to fit in someday.
He's a total wuss then if he let that happen.
I know he drives a bike, I know he has a Porsche, and I know the color of his hair is all whacked.
After 2 failed rides in the simulator, Giggy faced elimination.
It's do or die, get the job done or go home.
And with Mike Love already in the air with his first F-15 flight,
You are Buck Rogers that day.
the pressure mounted.
Fly the jet, fly the jet.
But Giggy finally squeaked by.
That's money I passed.
And he got a secret admirer. Then Giggy was cleared to fly, hoping for a better first flight than classmate Marcus Gregg.
I was a little nauseous on my first flight.
I suck.
Giggy's first flight with an instructor pilot went terribly wrong.
Stop.
That's full brakes.
That's full brakes?
Yeah.
David is yelling at Giggy from the back seat to get on the brakes and stop the jet. Giggy has his feet all the way to the floor, and the jet is not stopping.
3 men, 110 days of training to fly the F-15 Eagle, the greatest fighter jet in the sky. Only one will be Top Gun. In the end, war awaits, and the nation is calling for heroes. The quest to be Top Gun continues.
We're the brightest beacon for freedom and opportunity in the world. And no one will keep that light from shining. Our country is strong. A great people has been moved to defend a great nation.
Giggy's in the air right now on his very first flight. He's messed up a couple of things up to this point, so we're keeping a close eye on him.
Yukon, you're clear to descend Angels 2-4.
Guns on a 280 for 24.
I've never landed the Eagle before. All of a sudden, everything's happening really fast.
I want you inbound for straight in or initial? Initial. Propel one's inbound straight in.
Even though we're a 2-seat model, Todd's got all the controls and everything up front. So I am putting my life in his hands. We've come in for the last landing.
Okay, keep coming. All right, now you put your nose down.
Stop.
I'm looking out on the flight line, and that doesn't look right. That guy's going too fast for the amount of runway remaining.
Everything is normal until we get to the point that I start asking a question. You know, are you going to get on the brakes? Stop.
That's full brakes.
That's full brakes?
Yeah.
We're eating up to thousands of feet of runway as we're just saying, hey, do your brakes work? No. Do your brakes work? No. And we waste 1,000 feet right there.
You don't have much time at all to think about this stuff. Only 3 to 5 seconds. I didn't think we were going to make it.
It's pure temporal distortion. Everything just happened real slowly. So the first time I stomped on the brakes, I just assumed that, well, hell, the brakes in the Eagle don't work that good.
Stop.
But after about a second, even never having done this before, I knew something was terribly wrong.
If I made the wrong decisions, you'd be careening off the end of the runway at 60, 70, 80 knots, and that plane will not hold together. You're just going to get destroyed.
So I had no idea what kind of danger I was in.
I didn't have time to explain it to him. I just blurted out a radio call.
Let your feet off the brakes. Propel one, cable.
You know, I can't believe it. You know, emergency procedure on my very first flight.
That's the first cable I've ever taken.
My first ride out, and I've already broke one of their aircraft, so they're probably not too happy with me.
Do you have any further problems? Negative, no further problems. We're Tower to command, pin you up, shut you down.
They actually have to shut us down right there, put some shocks in, and then undo the cables and let us go back in after that.
Giggy's first ride in the Eagle. Well, imagine that. The Eagle kicks you in the butt and goes, here's a real emergency. I want you to handle it for me.
The Air Force expects me to be able to fly this jet, deal with any problems, and then bring it back safely if that's at all possible.
It's not Giggy's fault that the brakes on his jet failed. What we are concerned with is the fact that he wasn't prepared to handle that emergency procedure. He's going to pass in this case, but what he has got to get is that single seat mentality, and soon.
Dude, you're the only guy in this jet. You need to, take the reins. Just get it in your mind that, dude, I'm the one who's driving this.
It's going to be just me up there, and I need to make sure I'm being directive, proactive, and handling anything that comes my way.
Giggy has taken the longest out of his class to pass the simulator phase, and ironically enough, he actually has had to deal with an actual aircraft malfunction. The thing that we've got to see him do now is step up, or he's going to be left behind.
I better figure this out so it doesn't get me or somebody else killed someday, and I have a long way to go towards figuring that out.
First flight with instructor in the back seat. Mike Luff, passed. Marcus Gregory, passed. Todd Giggy, passed. All student pilots moving on. Next, the pre-solo transition phase. The final phase before their solo flight.
Final phase before solo flight.
In this pre-solo period, my IPs are going to ride the students very hard.
I'm gonna teach you how to trim a jet, boy. Every time I take it from you, it sucks. You still got your eyes closed? Yes, sir.
The pre-solo transition phase prepares the pilots to fly solo by testing them in the centrifuge, which will test their endurance against gravitational forces, and teaching them basic F-15 flying skills.
It's a really intense week. There's a lot going on. I've heard that this is where a lot of people wash out. And if that happens, there's no solo, and that's what this is all about.
I've been so focused on the course and just getting through this next flight, just getting through this next week.
I know it's going to be difficult.
Now that these guys are actually in the jet, we have to see how they're going to handle the G-forces that they're going to be experiencing in the air. So in the first part of the pre-solo transition phase, we want to see how these guys handle the centrifuge. What G's are all about really is the force you feel on your body in our business when the aircraft goes into a turn. Anytime the aircraft turns, you're going to get some kind of G-loading on your body. And essentially what happens is the weight of your body just collapses on top of you. The net effect is, because you're sitting upright, the blood will try to rush out of your head. If the blood rushes out of your head, you'll black out, you'll go unconscious. If these guys can't pass the centrifuge today, they won't be in an F-15 tomorrow. So we're going to be looking at each of them pretty close as instructors, but specifically Marcus, because he had kind of a touch of air sickness due to the G's during his first flight.
Centrifuge nicknames: torture test, spin and puke, and puke-o-matic.
As long as you are practicing anti-G straining maneuvers, you won't have any problems.
To combat the G's, it's called the L1 maneuver. It's to kind of get your blood going, to tighten up your body just in general, and really almost force the blood up into your head. Our job is to pull 9 Gs until our eyes turn red and they bug out of our cranium.
Disattach! Okay, there we go. That's what I want to hear. Sergeant name rank for the record. Captain Mike Love.
You're concentrating on doing the right breathing technique.
Everything you see, smile at me. Breathe. Get back in.
I'm thinking about tensing up my legs. I'm thinking about my breathing rates.
All right, sir, here we go. Keep it in, you're the front breathe. Use your legs, your back, your stomach, breathe. Terminate, terminate. Keep straining, keep straining. Keep straining, keep straining. Cap Love. Cap Love, how you doing? Open your eyes.
Captain Love, you know, the guy that's been in the air more than any of the others. Well, he kind of surprised all of us.
The next thing I remember, I have a technician calling my name out. Captain Love, Captain Love.
How you doing, sir? Good? Okay, good deal. Remember what happened on that last ride?
I just literally went unconscious.
Cap Love.
Call it a G-induced loss of consciousness, a G-lock. I was really surprised at how long it took for me to fully regain awareness.
If I do pass out in the air where I'm in a single-seat fighter with full burners lit, doing 400 miles an hour, and now all of a sudden if I let go of the stick, because I've passed out, the jet's going to accelerate to 600 miles an hour, and I'm only going to make a deeper crater in the ground.
Okay, so your next profile is your office is set. The initial pull is to 9. You breathe, you exhale, you inhale, hit. Say that word. Okay, hear that audible? Lock it up. Stand by.
Because you're constantly fighting for air, you're constantly fighting to keep enough air in your lungs, keep enough air in your blood to make sure your brains get enough air.
Maintain your legs and glutes all the way down. Nice job. Coming on down.
So he proved that despite his bout with air sickness, he really could handle the Gs.
All right, you ready to go, sir?
Ready.
Next ride's going to be 8.5 Gs for 15 seconds.
Just make sure you take enough air on the initial there.
All right, so here we go. I've activated the system up here. Go ahead and activate down there. System's running. Roll. Prep. Come back. Keep it in, keep it in. You're on 3, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is not good.
All right, sir, you ready?
System's running.
Lieutenant Giggy did very well.
Although he did look like some kind of evil elf ready to kiss somebody. That's nasty.
Take tight. Breathe. Terminate, terminate, and relax, 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 relax.
I'm extremely glad I passed the centrifuge. I would rather walk across hot coals for like 6 hours than go back to the centrifuge.
Hey, this last ride is do or die.
I've passed out twice now. One more time and I'm out. If that happens, there's no solo, there's no flying the Eagle, there's no being an Eagle driver. I've passed out twice now, and One more time and I am out.
The centrifuge teaches you your personal limits. If you can't stay awake, then you're not going to step into this jet and be able to fly it. If Love can't do that, he's not flying tomorrow.
All right, so ready to go? Ready. Go ahead and get it over with. All right, grab back base, get him up here. Okay, now you're taking off now. You pull back on the stick. Get up there, shoot now, Captain.
Great relief. After a day in the centrifuge, I'm really looking forward to flying a plane again because the centrifuge just, it sucks.
During the pre-solo transitional phase is all about getting these guys toughened.
That's not sprint, dumbass.
Getting them focused.
Dude, where are you going?
Something up?
What's the lead radio?
And getting them into the single seat mentality.
You're the straight-in, man. You ready to do a damn straight-in, ain't you?
We teach them how to take off. We teach them some basic aerobatics so they get used to feeling the aircraft in a dynamic flight. But most importantly, we bring them back to the pattern so they get a feeling for the most important phase in this pre-solo period, the ability to land the airplane.
Their tough ride is a transition ride before the solo. That's the ride a lot of students don't pass because we have to sign them off. And if we're not comfortable, we're not going to sign them off. And if you don't sign them off, you got to fail them. There's just no two ways about it.
Going into their transitional rides, both Captain Love and Captain Gregory still have a giant question mark over their craniums. Can they handle the G's?
A touch of air sickness.
I'm putting my centrifuge training behind me because I'm not a quitter, and I'm just not going to let it bother me.
Mike Love, he's the B1 guy. He's going to be in my flight in the transition phase. The thing about Mike, though, is he's got that little bit of, as I've been here before, this is going to be easy. And it's never easy. But I want to get it done and do it right.
I was worried about Marcus because a lot is happening and he's pulling a lot of G's.
You know, no matter what's just happened in your flight, that's already in the past, and that's not going to kill you. What's going to kill you is something in front of you.
7 runway 31 right. 7 runway right, taxi position, hold.
Today, these guys are going to have to bring their A game because we're going to be evaluating every single thing that they do, from taking their jet off to their basic flying skills to landing, everything.
Wind 010 at 7 runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff on the right, walk up.
Excellent takeoff. Good job. All right, Love, we're going to check you first. Gregory, cleared off. Hey, 2, you can level off there. Go ahead and turn right to east, and I'll follow the trail. Affirmative. East. You got one at 11.2, 6.5 Gs. All right, Love, here we go. Good. Increase your bank to 45 degrees. Still maintain 1,500 feet per minute. How you doing, Mike? Talk to me. Talk to me, Mike. I'm feeling pretty good. Okay, recover. All right. Very good.
Captain Love clearly had no problems with the G's or loss of consciousness, and we can see that his swagger is back.
This is great.
The F-15 is a super easy plane to fly. You could probably teach a monkey to do my job.
Yukon, you're clear to descend Angels 2-4. Guns on a 280 for 2-4. Excellent landing. Way to go.
I don't expect any more problem with G's in terms of graying out or blacking out. I see Mike progressing normally, if not above average.
Okay, bring it down for a second. Nice one, that's it. Okay, first you execute 180 right, go. Okay, accelerate.
Okay, see how that feels?
I'm feeling a touch of air sickness. Selection 100% oxygen.
There you go.
Feeling much better. Deselected 100% and press. Good to go.
Outstanding, nice one. Pretty cool, huh?
Man, this rocks.
Bob 1 land, 360 at 1012 and left, clear to land. Very smooth, a nice landing. Marcus is a good kid and a good pilot. Obviously worked through his difficulties.
Captain Gregory, just like Captain Love, had a successful transition ride. They're sailing along, doing great, good competitors, and they're ready to solo the F-15.
Flying the Eagle, it's more like being back on a football field or something. You're going out there to kick somebody's butt. You're trying to be better than the other guy that given day. I kind of thrive on that competition. I enjoy it. There's competition every month to see who's going to be the top gun for the squadron. I definitely visualize finishing at the top of the pile.
Gigi is up next for his transition flight. Should be interesting for us. Everything really up to this point with Lieutenant Gigi has been interesting.
I found out that he had an emergency landing after he came home at night and told me. He was very calm about it, just like he was telling me that he went to the store to get some Cheerios, you know. He did that to calm me, of course, and I'm sure it was a lot more hairy than he let on. Brakes are not supposed to go out on a plane when you're landing. I think Todd was probably scared to death. I think he was probably shaking in his boots. It really brought it home to me that yes, he can die. I mean, he could die tomorrow, he could die the next day. So I really hope that, you know, he really knows his stuff, his emergency situations.
The biggest thing is you have to learn how to compartmentalize things. It's a talent you need to have to be able to put things behind you, step into the jet and do your business. I just need to get it done, and I need to press on and get into some serious flying.
Time 1, quick climb 12,000 approved, runway at 31 left, wind 090 at 6, cleared for takeoff.
The significant thing about this ride is that he's got to demonstrate some proficiency prior to being able to solo the jet, which is coming up quick.
All right, she's all yours, buddy. A very nice takeoff.
He seemed to know everything he was doing. I expect good things out of him.
All right, climb up to 18,000. Max power? Yep. Pull all the way. She's off. Got a fun. Yes, sir.
Okay, now you can go ahead and tighten it on down, same thing you did before. Keep holding, more. Okay, ease off. Yep.
Was there something wrong with the jigs?
Yeah.
Let's do that one again.
Okay, good to go. Right now. Okay, ease off. All right.
12 square to balance, take one feeding normal.
Very good. Continue that every time. Is your light on? Your landing light?
No.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Hey.
Yeah, go ahead and make a call to ops since we got time out here. Code whatever.
Stop, Buzz 12 on channel 10. Stop, Buzz 12 emergency.
Once you say the E word, once you say emergency in the air on the radio, basically the show stops.
So, I mean, if you can believe it or not, he finds himself in another emergency procedure.
Come on,
When he realized that he didn't have any landing gear and was either going to have to eject or land all gear up. Very dangerous situation.
Stop, Buzz 12 emergency, that's south of the field.
Is your light on? Your landing light?
Negative.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Gigi puts the gear handle down. He doesn't get any indications he's got 3 green, 3 gear down and locked.
So basically, we didn't know if we had 2 of our main gear down or not. The intent was for Lieutenant Gigi to basically handle it on his own. Your problem? It's not yet. Doesn't have any gear down.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's not good because if you don't have any indication the gear's down and locked, potentially there's nothing down there hanging. Now you're going to have to land gear up, which could just cartwheel the jet down the runway. Could get messy.
This is 3 Kings, right base gear now. Stop Alpha 1-1, emergency.
Excuse me? Yeah, what's the nature of your problem? And power, disregard all that. Repel's going Sky 10 to initial.
Repel 1, Roger. What was that, a mistake?
Gigi, fix it now. I want you to recognize the problem. You fix it now.
Connect.
The next thing you know, instead of just fixing the problem, I'm keying the mic.
Holy!
If you ever have something stupid to say, make sure you key the mic. That way the whole world knows.
Son of a bitch, talk on the right radio.
Don't just start throwing switches.
Warning, fuel low. Connect.
This is a time-critical situation. Running out of gas, running out of time, not a whole lot of options left.
Warning, fuel low.
I know what to do.
Looking for a chase ship at 5,000 if I'm in the clear.
Okay, nice decision.
And the right thing to do is to get the chase ship. Another jet to rejoin on you, another set of eyes to look outside and see if your gear is down and locked.
Alpha 1-1, chase ship is en route.
Repel. Alpha 1-1, this is Chaser 315. Landing gear is deployed and locked. Landing gear is 3 down and locked. Over. Chaser 315 out. Oh, dude.
Can I just have one friggin' easy day?
Looks like he has 3 down and locked, so it's an indication problem. So with the gear actually down and locked, you can go ahead and land.
So I have to call back and say disregard. So that way everyone who approaches frequency knows that I'm a complete idiot.
And then we just came back in for a straight in order to make a smooth landing without bashing it into the runway. Oh, dude.
Don't say anything about me being unlucky. I don't want to hear it.
I got a feel a little bit for Giggy in this case. First 2 rides in the jet that he's had, both times he has a major problem. Serious life-threatening type problems.
An important lesson learned is that you're the person that is going to have to eventually, ultimately bring this airplane safely on the ground. Not to overreact, go through the procedures that you know, use other assets that are out there to help you, and then bring everything safely to a conclusion, which is you standing on 2 feet on the ground.
The bottom line is that overall, he did well enough during the flight. So despite his troubles, it's an effective ride for Lieutenant Giggy. So he's going to move on to solo in the F-15.
Todd's had some bad luck so far. He is really hard on himself. He just worries and worries and worries. By getting behind, just mentally and thinking, well, gosh, this is a little bit more difficult than I thought. I don't know, can I do this? Maybe some self-doubt there. You have to absolutely stay confident mentally all the time. And then I walk back in the squadron, and everybody's been giving me shit about it all day.
I couldn't get the alpha man to figure out how to get the gear back up.
Family Day is a way good deal for both the pilots and all the spouses and family members.
I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you out. We're going to show you the things the wing does, show you what the squadron does. That is basically the intent of today.
We try and do to make sure that families understand what husbands and wives are faced with is we have a half-day orientation.
Thanks for taking time to come on out, since people that are behind the scenes that let us use their husbands and wives for hours on hours on hours.
It gives a chance for everybody to get together on base and actually go, why is my husband gone 12 hours a day?
You will hopefully see the 95th today is our own little family as well.
It's an opportunity for Mari to see why I'm so excited about my new job. And it's an opportunity for her to be excited.
I feel a lot of resentment towards the Air Force. I need him as well as they need him.
I can't go to Family Day because I'm expecting our baby soon, so I won't be there.
For me and Todd's parents, it was a chance to actually get in there and see, what Todd does on a daily basis.
This isn't far, it's pretty nice.
Oh my gosh.
Paige loves boner number 5. Who's boner number 5?
Me.
That's you?
Yeah. Nice.
Why did she put that? When I saw Paige loves boner 5 on the blackboard, it did annoy me a little bit and embarrass me a little bit because Todd's parents were there.
One of the neat things that we do is we'll offer the wives taxi rides. And we'll strap the other wife up with all the appropriate gear and everything, and then put her in the back seat and go down the runway and everything. And that is awesome. What an exciting thing.
Does it look okay? She's only the second person that's ever wore that size 32 flight suit.
Yeah. They searched around everywhere for a size Barbie flight suit for Lori that would actually fit, so they found one and suited her up.
She's gonna be the new poster girl.
Yeah. I know that she's extremely interested in everything I'm doing, and I could tell just by the way she was looking at everything and asking questions that she's actually, fairly interested in all the stuff that was going on.
After seeing Paige Loves Boner 5 on the blackboard, it really made me think a little bit because I didn't know that Todd was like that. I didn't know that that would ever be a question in our marriage. So I do have a few questions in my mind now that I hope I will be able to get answered pretty soon.
They literally let them climb into the airplane, and she gets to see all the buttons and see them working and taxi down the runway, see what that's like.
Yeah, put your feet flat. Don't touch those. That's how he steers the plane on the ground.
I tell her what I do, but sometimes a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Sitting at F-15 it made me want to go up in the air, and I don't even like to fly. So it must be an incredible aircraft because I was extremely amazed. I realized how he could just really love to fly and love the F-15. I think Family Day was wonderful.
Now we need to go from training to getting these guys ready to go solo. We've given them everything that we can. Now it's time for them to get that last step where they go, okay, I can do this on my own.
All alone, no one else sitting there breathing on the intercom, no one else in the back seat watching what you're doing.
That's all I got, Mayor.
Okay.
Big thing is have fun on this one.
This program's so fast-paced, you know, it's like your second or third flight, and you're solo, and you're going to be solo for the rest of your career. It's pretty incredible to think that, okay, you're good to go, here's the keys, and it's your jet now. It's your jet now.
That all makes sense, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Dude, you are on your own. There's nothing I can do for you.
No, I'm not nervous, I just probably should be.
You can tell they're nervous because, you know, they're listening to every single word you say, knowing that they don't want to screw this up because, you know, it's their first solo flight in the Eagle. They don't want to make an idiot out of themselves, which a lot of them end up doing something stupid that ends up in the bar on Friday night.
It is the most bodacious tail scrape ever seen in the history of mankind.
Tomorrow is Marcus Gregory's solo flight, and that is a huge deal, something he will remember for the rest of his life.
I think about all the changes in my life right now. There's so many things happening.
He's about to be a dad here pretty quick. We want to make sure that his mind is on flying the jet, flying the Eagle, because he's going to be the only guy there.
Flying is inherently dangerous, and there's so many little things that you can do wrong. There's so many little details that have to be done correctly.
If something happens to Marcus while he's flying, you know, I could be a single parent at any point. I could be a single parent at any point.
I am constantly aware. I'm a lot more vigilant to make sure that the flight goes safely, because there's a lot more reasons for me to return home now. I can't wait to solo. I can't wait to get the instructor out of my back seat, out of the jet, and fly by myself.
He's very excited, just wants to get in that plane by himself, wants to take it out. A little nervous, you know, being the only one in control, that there's no backup.
All right, Junior B course, A flight.
Gregory's the only one. He's sharp. I think he's going to do fine. Heads up on him, though. His wife's getting ready to pickle.
See ya.
He's very likely to be pulled out of the brief or to have a kid real soon, so. I flew him yesterday, he's fine, but, you know, he's always liable to do a tailspin at any time, so keep an eye on him.
It's about learning to be comfortable with the aircraft and learning to trust yourself and being able to handle any kind of emergencies that may happen, like Todd's landing, for example.
Don't get in their way.
I mean, you realize as you're doing the walk around, the instructor's not there helping you out for the walk around. I mean, right off the bat, you know you're on your own.
This is what you've been waiting for. This is what you've been working toward. Enjoy this. It's an unbelievable feeling. It's a story you'll tell the rest of your life.
Here's his F-15. I've been empowered and entrusted to fly that on my own, and it's all trusted to you. There's not another seat in that airplane, it's just you. When you're out there by yourself, you have to put all your concerns behind you and just fly the jet.
Number 1109011, runway 13 right, cleared for takeoff.
Now, it's really when it dawns on you, this is it.
Number 1, clear for takeoff.
And then my first takeoff by myself in the F-15, you get rid of that little bit extra weight behind you and that little bit of extra canopy. The jet just seems to accelerate just a little bit faster, perform just a little bit better. It just doesn't get any better than that.
Sucks. Come on, Marcus. Okay, on airspeed, on downspeed, this can be a good pattern. Here we go. It's gonna be wide as hell. It's not gonna look so good. It's better.
See you, second GX in place. 180 right. Go.
All of a sudden, you're on your own and you're looking out your wings and you think, wow, for the first time, I'm completely free from the ground. You're alone, but you feel just so empowered, and it's just such a new perspective. It was a very serene moment, and you're there with that. You're there with the clouds. You just can't get that perspective from the ground looking up.
Gypsy 5-6, missing approach. Gypsy 1, roger. 10 to altimeter 3007. Gypsy 2, visual.
It goes by so quick, it's over almost before it seems to begin. But once you do land and you start taxiing back, you start thinking back about the flight, and it's just, again, taxiing up to your parking spot, crew chief helping you park, and then stepping out of the jet. It's just, you look back on that, and you're just amazed that after all that I've been through, I'm finally here, and I finally got the chance to do that.
Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode. Next week on American Fighter Pilot, Mike Love and Gigi go solo.
If I was to die, I would be dying doing something that I truly loved.
Then all three pilots face their greatest challenge yet.
Right now, these dudes want to join the club.
Do they have what it takes to join the Brotherhood?
Neil!
As the quest to be Top Gun continues.